All right, everybody, welcome. So today I decided, since I don't have the extra time, I'm gonna do the showcase slash critiques for the Smaugust challenge that people posted, or the pieces that people posted on our Discord, and we had a few. Most of them are from Ben. This is not. This is from Matthews, and then we have Bisto, and then we have Fish the Hazard also. But I'm gonna wait a few minutes, maybe, or a few seconds, and see if some of the people who posted these show up. If not, we can start. I'm probably gonna do Matthews first, or in any case, we got 6 from Ben, so that's gonna take a while. And if we do finish, I'm gonna start. Not start. I'm gonna continue the Crimson Dragon that I actually started sketching today. So we'll see how that works out. Let me first the video producer. I need my moderator powers. Yeah, I'm gonna announce the stream is live. All right. We're also waiting for Chase, who might show up today, if he's not dead. Probably not gonna take that long to critique all these, but yeah, might even start with or clean up the Crimson Dragon. So anyway, I would say I can get started with this. Yeah, I'm gonna start with Matthews's piece. It's I think it's 12 heads. 1, 2, 12 heads. So he said because he did not post one dragon per day the first 12 days, he went on and did a 12-headed dragon for day 12. So this is it. I like this one. It's very creative. I've never seen a dragon with 12 heads. Considering some of the heads are arms and some are tails. So this is a pretty funny take. In general, I don't have much to say about this. Okay, I would probably try to emphasize a little bit of the simpler shapes, because I see you're doing. I'm talking directly to you, Matthews. If you're watching this, probably in the VOD. So I can see you're pretty good at doing like rendering 3-dimensional things, but I feel like these are going in a little too much. So maybe the first thing you want to do is figure out the bigger volume. Let me see if I can drop a color layer. So see, if I zoom out, it feels kind of everything has the same value. So to make it look a little more 3-dimensional, I would probably try to emphasize the like this, the overall 3-dimensional read. I think we are kind of looking down to it to a degree. So here would be something like this. I'm drawing a wrapping line so that I know, or an ellipse, like a belt, so that I know what's going on. And it's something like this, like we're looking down and it's kind of circular. Obviously, it's got a little bit of a dip, but it's not enough. This is dark, is as dark as that. That's probably a little too dark. I would go a little lighter. So let me show you what I mean. So if I take some of this, I'll probably go in and lighten all this part, and you can get those back later. But already doing something like this and maybe darkening this whole area. Let me open save it. How do I'm gonna save it here. No, I'm not gonna save it for now. I'm gonna save it later. I'm gonna have a new window and I can see it smaller. All right. So basically, I want to squint at it. Take the previous one. I want to squint at it and understand what the biggest volume is doing. So in this case, we have this thing that I showed before. So I'm gonna darken all this area a little more, which is basically what you did. Like this part on the top is better, but still, everything that's visible, that's in the center probably, is gonna go is gonna be lighter. Perhaps the light is coming from the top a little bit, so this area here might be a little bit more in the dark. And then once you have established the main lighting, you can go back and add those little details that you had before. So something like this. But if you want to have those little parts that are protruding, you can go just a little bit lighter and do something like that, right? But keeping in mind that's a secondary, it's a secondary form. So anything else, or rather, being a secondary form, it does not break the primary form, which is the kind of cylinder-esque form of the body. So something like this, I feel like it reads a little better. It's a little more three-dimensional. And you can do the same all over the place, like here. I understand you want to keep some dark lines, so that's fine. But I would probably, same here, say like this, if I do that, it feels like it's doing a very, very deep jump. So I would probably just lighten it up a little bit and then highlight this area, maybe with some white. Light. Something a little brighter. And ideally, you can start introducing some actual anatomy. So here, this is mostly correct, but I would probably go down here with the, this actually probably goes up. This is probably the vastus lateralis that inserts in here. And then this might have to come up a little bit. It's a quadriceps, basically. But again, keeping in mind that there is a hierarchy of values. So this, probably too much. Let me flatten this. So this is now flat, but if I add something lighter in the center, it's gonna pop a little more. Because you want this to look rounder, right? And then maybe you can introduce some highlights of some sort. And then you go back and separate the muscles. You can even use a lasso tool, and you can add a bit of a highlight or a lighter. Sorry, it's the opposite. Lighter part here. Maybe something like too much, probably. Even too much. Still too much. Something like that, maybe. It's not much, but it already it's reading as a three-dimensional. Oh, hey, Ben. How's it going? Sorry I missed your message. I was very focused on this. We're going to do your pieces soon. It's a lot, so I'm going to do the others first. and I'm going to do all yours in sequence, one after another. So, Matthews, when you will see this, this is what I mean. Just basically focusing on the primary forms, and then adding a little bit to show that there is a secondary form. You can even, some people like me too, adding a little bit of a highlight where the forms meet. Just a bit tired. Me too, actually. I'm a little tired today. I'm feeling a little drained. So something like this. See how it feels? It already feels a little more two-dimensional. Same with everything else. Basically, you want probably want the forms to flow in a little more with each other. So that's it for the shading part. That takes care of all the shading, basically, pretty much everywhere. Like also here, here, and the others are pretty good. Design-wise, obviously it's your design, so I'm not gonna critique on that. It's your choice. But personally, I love the face on the middle tail. It's like something like that. I would personally bring these things up here and let them like do something like this, maybe. Basically extending them so that they come up a little higher. Something like this. Probably want to some yellow here, add the orange. This is pretty much the same color. I would probably try to melt them a little better with the overall design. Like here, you can maybe do some trickery to make it look a little more ingrained with the whole design. I like this one that's upside down. They're all really funny, and I like the shark that's sticking the teeth out. It's really cool. So yeah, basically here, probably want to use something a little harder. Sketch, no, fine. Is something that maybe melts a little better into the rest of the body, or goes diminishing. It diminishes over length, over distance. Basically, the closer it gets to the body, and the less the features are prominent. But like here, it could become less and less and less instead of being so abrupt. It might help giving a feeling of cohesiveness or cohesion to the whole creature. I think. Oh, something like this here. Not much else to say, honestly. It's pretty good. The ice looks kind of good, honestly. Yeah, this looks good. Maybe some parts are kind of missing the three-dimensional aspect. Like here, you probably want to add, if it's going away from us, you probably want to add a little bit of the back here. Something like that. Tangent. So don't make them touch. Erase that, essentially. So make sure they're separated all the time. This is good. This is also, again, a tangent, so you can probably make this one longer. Use a hard round. Be a little longer like this, so that it shows that the tail is behind, or the wings are on top. Wing wise, you could have probably gotten away with something like wait, let me copy this. Something that's going a little lower, or sorry, maybe it's going down a little bit and then back up. Something like this, maybe. Like they're bending a little more like that. Might have helped a little. I realize why you did it, because it goes like, oops, what did I do? I closed it. Hold on. I'm gonna use another window. My keystrokes are all over the place today. The window back here. Okay, so you didn't want it to end up on too much on that head. I know the space was not much, so I understand why you did it. Still, I believe there is enough for something like this. There's enough space for something like this. Just a little bit, not too much, just to show what's in front, what's behind, and then you can, do your anatomy here, whatever you like to do, obviously. And the other wing, again, this might go be fine. A little lower, maybe something like this. And maybe the middle is not occupied by this, but the wing starts a little earlier there. Yeah, everything else it's pretty good. I like it. Oh, this one might have been better, just a little lower like that, showing a little more of the neck. But yeah, good job. I'm gonna save this if you want the image. So what should I call it? Multi-dragon paint over. Yes, I know it cannot be maintained. Now let's do it was Hazard, Fish Hazard. I don't know if you're watching this. I hope you are. This was for the Thunderwing Drake. I like it. I like it in general, like as an idea. One thing I would probably do though, since it was a Thunderwing Drake, is try to make this. So the concept is cool as a concept, but I would probably try to make it a little more dragon, if it's a Drake or a dragon, because this one really kind of feels like a bird a lot. I like the kind of ethereal feel it has. Apart from the prompt, which I think could have been handled better, if you take this as a bird, you can probably start introducing some anatomy. I would recommend studying some wing anatomy because it's not trivial. So wings are not definitely not this. Wings are basically arms with feathers. So what you have here is, let's see if I can get a color that's visible. Yeah. So you got a main body here, right? And you got the neck, and this is fine, right? Something like this here. You got your pectoralis muscles here in front. So when you have a chicken breast, you got like these big things, right? The chicken, these thick breasts, basically, because they need to fly. So you want to treat these as arms. What they do is they go out in this kind of, let me do this first. In this kind of pose, they'll probably do something like this. They go back. So both of them, they go back. Or let's pretend they're like flapping up. They'll probably do something like going back like this. Then, so this is the elbow. This is the wrist, and then you have the hand. So instead of the hand, you got basically feathers from here, right? So you would do something like that. Now here, from this angle, it would probably be elbow and maybe something like this. I guess I'm just guessing. I would need reference. Use reference when you're not sure, because wings are not that easy to draw, especially if you didn't do it many times. Really like the colors of this one. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Here you got an alula, which is basically a longer feather. Pretend it's a thumb, because it attaches to a bone that's like a thumb, I believe. And then all here you got feathers. If you want to draw wings well, so once you know that they are like arms, you can do this. It's like a bee, basically, because these feathers are attaching here on the arm, on the upper arm, and these are attaching here to the forearm. And then you got some spare ones that are basically acting as fingers. In fact, if you look at eagles with the wings spread out very wide, they like the last feathers, they look like fingers. So you can think of them like that. It's got to be way easier to handle them. But again, a trick is to not do this. No wing, but do elbow, hand, whatever else is there, and you do it like a bee. Obviously, these can have different proportions, like can even be more or less the same. So it's still a bee. Even if it's like this, it's a bee. It's always a bee. And then you got feathers here, feathers, and then this, right? Something like that. And it feels already feels a little more like a wing. So in this case, it's complicated because it's kind of flying. So it's flying, so the air is pushing up. You would probably, I don't know if I would use this angle. I would probably flap down. I would probably want to see the flap down from that angle. Probably. Like, I don't think I would put the wings like that, but it's something like, this could be even a little longer. Something like this, basically. This one and this. There are some covert feathers on here. There is some sort of membrane. I forgot the name of. It's like a tendon, basically. It stretches from here to here, and it makes the wing look a little less segmented. That's why it looks like that, because there is a tendon, and it's always covered by feathers. I think they're called coverts, but I might be wrong. They cover. So how would I do the body? Let's before I do that wing, just gonna cover the rest. So pretending this is the main body and it's got a sort of a dragon tail, you can probably flap it back like this because it's flying. And the legs are also. Oh, hey Kevin, how's it going? We're doing some Smaugust paint overs here. This is a hazards. Now the wings. If I take the legs. If I take the bird from the side. So we got scapula. We got the arms. We're basically doing this. Right. This is the arm, and the feathers like here. What they do is basically this. So they go up. This is the knee. Let me remove the arm, maybe. Okay. So this is the hips, or I can do it in red. This is the hips. From the hips, goes up, goes down, and goes out. This is the ankle. This is the foot, and then you got the fingers. Usually, the point is you only see that part, right? That's why you think the bird is like that. Everything else is covered by feathers, so you don't notice that. Keep trying to save. Especially if you have the wings on top, you literally can't see that. So, because you got the arm that's doing this, so that's what you see, right? Usually. That's what you see of the bird. Depending on how the bird is, it can also be like this, right? The other is like that. So, you would probably, so here you would see, well, the hips are here, so the wings, the legs are up. This is the knee. This is here, and then you see what they do with when they fly. It's basically they like retract or bend the legs completely, so they're like up like that. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just I would probably just try to clarify them again. Using reference is key here. It's absolutely necessary to use reference because it's a hard thing to do. And as for the feathers, we'll probably, let's see, do something like that. Not really sure. Probably some. Oh, shoot. Oops. Probably do something like. Come on, Clip Studio. Something like this. How are you doing, Kevin? Oh, did you post anything for the... No, right? For the Smaugust challenge? I don't think you did. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, maybe something like this. I don't know. I'm not very convinced by this angle. Might need to be a little different. Yeah, it would probably need to be a little different. That. You could even angle it this way so that this arm is like here and you see the wing down. Probably better for this kind of pose. I'm okay. I'm a little sleepy today for some reason. So I'm gonna save this. So this was hazard, but yeah, good job. I like the idea. Really like the idea. It's pretty cool. So close this because I did it before. No, we're gonna get to bands ones, but this is Bistos. Didn't make any creature for Smaugust. Okay, I see. That's unfortunate because you're really good. Would have loved to see that. Destroy it. No. Okay. So I don't know what I would change here. I think it's pretty good actually. This is Bisto style, which is a little more cartoony than what I do. But I don't know if I would change anything. This is really nice. I like it a lot. Alt wings with feather coverage. I like the callouts and the fact that you try to figure out how the 5 fingers, by the way, 2 behind. It's pretty cool. If anything, maybe okay, on the fingers, just nitpicking because this is really good. We'll probably try to show a little more overlapping. Let's see if I can do it well. Like just a little more, just a little bit of overlap, something like that. But I would not really change anything else. I don't see any tangent. I don't see anything that rings as wrong to me, or as could use some improvement. This is really good. So yeah, it's just as it is. Just that maybe you just show a little bit more overlap, but everything else, this is great. I love this one. Am I live on YouTube right now? Yes. Why? Oh, no. I am on Twitch too. Why? No, I'm on Twitch as well. But nobody's on Twitch for some reason today. I think Emperor of Cheese is dead. And I don't know what happened to Chase. I think he might have fallen asleep. No, I'm kidding. Maybe he's just tired. He said he would be here, so he's probably going to join at some point. So, all right. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. We have 6, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, and not 5 entries. Well, 6.5 technically. I didn't take the last one because it was not finished. It was the the Luminous. Yeah, Free for Fire. I don't know. It's a slow day. I think it's holiday in the US because I didn't have to work. So my other job because it was holiday. So Kevin, isn't it holiday today there? I believe it might be. Anyway, these are bands, dragons. These are awesome. I love these. So I don't really know if I can say anything about these because they're great. Man, like this is so good. The only thing I really like, I'm gonna nitpick a lot here because they're really good. Oh, Nebula Guardian, right? The only thing I'm gonna do here is nitpick because these are very good. So I can't really say much. This is great. I love the mood of this one. It's so cool. This could be a card illustration. If anything, okay, I'm gonna, because this is so good, I'm gonna go to the next level and imagine this could be like a finished piece, for let's say a card illustration or something like that. In any case, an illustration. So I'm gonna comment on the composition. Well, color is good, but mainly composition, and gonna be very nitpicky in general. My anatomy is pretty much case of just swing it, so there might be some issues here and there. Yeah, I'm gonna get into anatomy too. So for this first one, you have a lot of atmosphere here. I feel like you kind of lost it here a little bit. I would probably do the same things and push it back, maybe just a little, something like that. Maybe add a little more rim light because you're staying. I realize you have the lava and you want the lava to glow, so to look a little more intense. But I would probably, if there is some light, and it seems like there is some light from the moon or something, I would probably go a little lighter, maybe just a little bit here. Some silver lining or something to separate from that using this kind of blue. Maybe not that blue, a little more gray. Feel free to nitpick away. Probably like just to separate the front from the back. Just a little bit, not too much. It might even be too much. But some kind of silver lining is cool. It doesn't even need to be blue. It could even be yellow. Could be like, what if it's like white? Might even use a triangle brush for this. Or a triangle brush. Do you have another? Yeah. No. Where was it? Oil pastel. No. That is a triangle. I am a fan of silver lining, so adding extra separation with tricks. I can even use or something. Maybe just a little bit here and there to separate out the areas. Not too much though. I might even be overdoing it. Let me open a new window. No, I'm gonna save new window so that I can see it smaller. Yes. All right. Yeah, just a little bit, just to separate out from everything else. Then yeah, anatomy wise, what can I say? So what I would recommend, like when you're barely into the painting, probably go in and do some sort of skeleton or some sort of mannequin to know exactly what you're doing. Because I don't. Okay, so this is a shoulder. It's further back, so that's fine, I guess. Might be a little too farther back, because this would not be visible at this point. If this is far back like that, it was not probably not be visible like that. I guess you would. I guess this is correct. It's kind of hard to tell though. Yeah, it gets a little bit lost, so you might maybe want to separate this as well a little bit. No, Chase is not here. You're tripping. What did you smoke? You smoke. No, it was just me. I got a bit of a slur today, I guess, because I'm tired. Again, because it's a fantasy creature, you don't really have to be super precise with anatomy. It doesn't really matter. But you probably want to at least make things look like they're interlocking a little bit. So like here, when you reach a fairly good point of completion, try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, like this is going here. Maybe there is a muscle here of some kind, whatever. Just draw sausages like this. This is a muscle, whatever it is. It's usually larger muscles or like that, or not larger. Limb muscles are like that. Maybe the shoulder is something like, or not shoulder, but a wing shoulder, something like this. Maybe it attaches here. Maybe there is a muscle here that pulls it and then goes back around, obviously. I would probably push, I don't know if I would push the arm out a little bit. That is correct. Although it's having a little bit of a balloon effect. So if you do this, probably straighten this part. Like, probably don't do the same thing on the other side. Good question. Maybe it's my neighbor. Let me close my window real quick. Contact high over here. Ah. Hello, Emperor of Cheese. I don't even need to read to know it's you. Welcome. Hello. I think Chase is dead. Cheese, is it a holiday today? There? So we're doing some paint overs or trace overs or draw overs. This is one of the pieces that you should have seen because you are in the Discord, even if you never post there. Ben posted. So here on this, on this arm farther away, try to avoid the, kind of Michelin or Marshmallow Man effect, kind of like this. So probably want to do something like this. Even if the anatomy is invented, try to use a little bit of an S curve. So you got, this is like going down, it's a biceps. It's Labor Day. Why don't you work on Labor? Yeah, that's my grand intro. Chase gave me a great idea with that sound, so I made my own grand intro. Okay. So yeah, this is going this way. Then you got an elbow here, maybe some extensors, some flexors, and then you can go in something like that. And this is probably, so on the other side, if you're considering this as a rib cage, you're probably attaching somewhere here, right? Further back, I'm assuming. Maybe you could move this a little closer. Something like that. And then maybe you see a little bit of the wing part, this part that sustains the wing a little bit. It's a federal holiday, I see. So anyway, and the rest is pretty much correct. I wouldn't really change anything here. We might be getting a little close. A little bit. You can either... Nah, it's fine. I think it's fine. Obviously, you can add details, but I think it's cool that you keep your focal point there. Then, Ben did it. So, free for fire there. So, composition-wise, I think there's too much empty space. So how can hey, I don't know how to change the composition here in Clip Studio, so I'm gonna have to use rectangles. So would probably frame it. What the heck? Probably frame it a little better, something like this, just to focus. Maybe even make it vertical, just to focus on the dragon. Give it a little more room, maybe in front, less in the back, something like this, maybe, so that it doesn't feel so like there's so much space. It's okay. I mean, you emphasize the head, but it might be a little too much. What do you think, Cheese? Ain't over. Okay, this is done. And yes, no, I'm gonna. In terms of composition, yeah, I would just reframe it honestly, because everything else seems pretty good. I like the S curve of the dragon. I really like the shape design of this dragon. I like the shape of the skull, especially. It's really cool. Really cool. Sorry for the sniffles. Let's see what Cheese has to say. Ben, maybe you don't know, but Cheese is actually a very good artist. Oh, by the way, this Wednesday, I'm not gonna stream, but we will have a session with Magma Studio. It's a private session of Magma Studio in the Discord. So I'm gonna set a reminder, I guess. Same time as the usual stream, but it's gonna be private only on Discord. So if you're applying the rule of thirds, I will reposition it lower so it doesn't force the eye to move high into the corner. Maybe, yeah, maybe the head could be a little lower. Yeah, I also want more vertical comps after this one. Yeah, you could like Cheese says, you might. This is a pretty good advice. You might want to reposition the head like a little lower. Something maybe here, or reposition the whole thing and maybe add a little more air to the top. I can't do it here because I have this damn Clip Studio. I should have used Photoshop because I can crop. Maybe just adding a little more air, so moving everything lower. I would like to keep, so just increase the size vertical size, because I would like to keep the crag here, the rocks. Just adding some more stuff on top, some more sky, basically. So just to give it a little more space. I wish Magma had a freaking magic wand or just better selection tools in general. I hope it's not going to screw up my pen sensitivity, because it usually does. We'll see. Anyway, yes, that's it for this. So next, this was the moon shadow, right? Ah, this is so cool. I like this one. So the first thing I noticed is this little crescent moon. It's crescent, right? Yes. I feel like it's fighting with the head for attention, because the head, it's got the eye. It's got the eye, so it creates a point of contrast. But if I grayscale this, see the moon is framed in a way that attracts so much attention. So much attention. So my eye immediately goes here, like right away here, bam. And then obviously, yeah, I can see this, but I feel like maybe the head could be emphasized a little more. I don't know if that was the goal. Also, I guess this is what the tail does, right? It goes down here and then goes back up. It might be a little bit of an unfortunate tangent, because it kind of goes straight this way. I know this is supposed to go down like this, and then this is that, right? I guess, but I feel like it might be going in a little too straight, just a little bit. The composition is good otherwise, but I would probably, I realize that it needs to have some sort of hook for the moon element, but I'll probably just get rid of this. You can just make it maybe whitish. Yeah, comps is non-existent on this one. Literally zero planning here. No, I think it's actually pretty good. It's just that it attracts too much attention there. If I remove it, yeah, I feel like just by removing that, it's already less important. Still somewhat though, still somewhat important. I want to either darken the rocks. Let me know what you think, Cheese, by the way, if you are opinionated about this. Save the other, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could crop this, damn it. You know what? Maybe I should open them in Photoshop. Let me do Photoshop. I do better in Photoshop with this, with the paint overs. Let's do Photoshop. Also, because I got the same brushes anyways. This is this. Ooh, so, let me open them back up. Right. So, which one was it? This. Okay. Let me redo that. There is an essence of composition. The moon can still be there, but perhaps reducing the value to unify more with the background. The moon is still kind of bright. Not take too much attention. The head doesn't have to be the center of attention. Depends on what the artist intended. That's why I asked. But I feel like there are two, because there is a light here. Oh, there is a bright spot. It does compete for attention, I believe. Would probably use the wings, better tail positioning, and some clouds to do some framing to lead the eyes more. If I did this as a full illustration. You can also guide me, like, to see. I would like to see what you have in mind. If you want to join on Magma Studio, maybe you can try to do something like that. Hey, Matthews. Oh, yours. Wait, let me show you yours real quick. Your paint over. You can go and watch the VOD for everything else. But so, no, this is the original. So, problem with the tail is that it attracts too much attention. I'm gonna go back to it real quick after this. So the thing I said about this was basically just unify the values a little more so that you make the major forms read a little better instead of having them kind of like this. That's basically scattered. So it feels like bump, 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 instead of having a better cohesion, and then you got the smaller forms on top, something like this, like for the legacy. It reads a little more like it's circular. It's locked, so something like this. But I explained it in detail before in the paint over, so you can go back and watch that. It's pretty much just that, really. But it's really good, really fun. So wait, I'm getting lost here. With all the files. What's going on over there? Where? Did you get in my dragon kind of has some sort of centaur-like anatomy? Yeah, it's kind of like more of a or centaur. You said, not a minotaur. No, I did not get that actually. But it's not the anatomy. If you go back and see later the VOD, it's more about the main forms being kind of overpowered by the smaller forms. So it's really not about anatomy. Anatomy is just the flavor on top usually. I do like the right click to open the menu though. Man, this is much better. Much more convenient. Even I prefer Clip Studio's tools. So the tail. This is a little better already, but I would probably, oh, I locked it. Because it has two torsos, I need to do that to fit more heads. Okay, I see. Yeah, I did not know that. So I guess you can Forget that. But it's still valid for the leg. I feel like it's doing too much of a bump there. You could use the moon as framing element and make it much more subtle. No, I can make the moon bigger. I can make the moon be giant, actually. But let's work in the on this first, on the tail. If you give the tail a little bit of a different kind of oh, that's what you mean. I kind of like how you made the arms here. They're pretty cool. The only thing that this needs is a bend, like a way to show that it bends a little bit here, but that's fine. I like it. And maybe make it the same thickness as the other. Who did this piece? It's still, all these pieces are from Ben, or by Ben. He made them. Oh, he made 6. You made 0, sir. You made 0. I made 3. 3 finished, but I did 1 sketch a day, so. You're a party ruiner. Party defeater, Emperor of Cheese. So maybe something like that a little bit. And then you could even see, how do you reframe? Probably even keep. I'm just trying here. It's not 100% sure it's gonna work, but maybe I can get rid of the tail altogether here. Yeah, I think it's better. Get rid of the tail. Oh, excuse me, princess. Excuse me, Mishuna. Yeah, I feel like the tail works a little better back there. And maybe you can even play on the fact that the, I guess, dawn there is lighter. So you don't even have to lighten the values too much. It can be something like that. Then probably frame new layers here in Photoshop. Let's see, can I? Or let me do this first. I'm gonna take the original color and probably do something like, let's see. Could even be a full moon. Man, I could take a picture of the moon. Take a picture of the moon and use that. By all means, you can do that. You can even what do you call that? You can photo bash by all means. Be something like this, maybe. Maybe a different color though. I don't know. I think he's sleeping. I guess. Something silver-ish for the moon, maybe. So the sun is there, so you could even move it up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It's still kind of dragging attention up. Like that. Might not be the greatest idea I've had today. Might not be the not so greatest idea I had today. That's cheating. No, it's not cheating. You can use photo bashing. If you use it correctly, it's fine. If used correctly, photo bashing is not a problem. Maybe if we have a cute waifu around, he'll show up. Oh, let's see if this works as an idea. If not, you can scratch it. Because I don't know how it would go about doing it otherwise. Maybe silver lining, something like this. Yeah, maybe you can emphasize one border one side of the head with the silver lining thing. If the moon is there, although it would probably not be in the light like that. Probably not. What if we move it up? Something like this, maybe. Rule of cool, just go with it. What did I? Probably emphasize something like this, maybe even here. And I think third wise, it's actually in a good position, but I would probably go lower a little bit. I think this looks a little better. I don't know, what do you think? Probably lighten these borders here. Here, the top surfaces probably gonna be a little lighter because of the moon. Good night, room. Good night, moon. Maybe something like this. I don't know, just an idea. But I think composition wise, it looks a little better. Yes, the moon is the first. It's like a point of interest, but it's now separated from the dragon, so I feel like it's a little better. I don't know. What do you think, Cheese? I think it might be a little better. This was the original. The moon is that this area is definitely the center of interest, but I feel like this one plays a little better now. Lowering the value of the moon. Not like this. Hey, I don't know if it works like that. The lower value. I don't think atmosphere gets so much in the way of the moon. No, that looks like a planet. Probably still put the crescent moon back in the tail to get the moon part back in the moon shadow. Does not have it glow, draw less attention. That can work. At the same time, I feel like this is already kind of the theme is already matched, in my opinion, with the scene you have. You don't really need to add more to this. It already feels like a moon shadow dragon to me, even without that element. So, yeah, this is probably what I would do. Let's save. Day 2, paint over. Also, these are just my impressions. Take whatever you like and trash the rest. That's always how it works, because I'm not you. Let's do this. This is really cool. I like it a lot. I don't know if I would change anything about this. I think it's fine, bright, but I wanted to see something. Okay. This is awesome. I like the saliva here. I like how you render it. You're really good at rendering. And I like the fact that this was the Ash Fire, I think, wasn't it? No, sorry. This was the Steam Fury. Steam something, I guess. Wings are probably a bit off. We can talk about that. Yeah, a little bit of anatomy. It might be a little. Well, they are probably a little too slim here to support this kind of creature. I'll probably beef them up a little. So that's pretty much just that. I guess everything else works. In my opinion, this is really cool. So you can probably just work a little bit on some anatomy. So use a deltoid maybe here. So it kind of goes like in that direction. Sim Fury, right? So then here you might want to see some more triceps maybe. And because this is a pretty beefy dragon, I think I would emphasize the arms being a little larger and also probably a little longer. Or not, but if you want to fit everything in the composition, you can leave them smaller. It's just that smaller wings probably won't allow this thing to fly. Which is fine. Which is fine, like given what I said the other day. But these feel like very, very slim compared to this big kind of angry dude. So, oh, by the way, how did you do the... Did you draw every single scale manually? Because it looks like to me. That's insane. That's a lot of work. So obviously you want to show that there is a band there. And then maybe something like... keep doing that. Yes. Okay. Something like this. Probably. And you can look up like other images of dragons that you like to do that. You can even... maybe even make it look a little more... or a little farther back this way. But it's pretty good. Again, this is just a lot of nitpicking. So you can like take this, probably just move. I kind of scribbled them over. Well, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, I can now move here. See, Clip Studio has some things that I like, but not all of them. Main thing I wanted with the Steam Fury here was trying to get the colors of the Yellowstone thermal pools into it a bit. Well, to the scales at least. I think it works really well. It looks really hot and steamy to me. Really hot. What do you think, Cheese? If you want to chime in. Just go darker. Oh man, this is so cool. I like this dragon a lot. See, something like thicker like this probably work a little bit. Ignore, obviously, all of the spillover. Not meant to be there. Or this. Not needed. I think the composition for this piece is pretty good. Yes, I agree. Aside from the anatomical nuances, like in general. Same. So we agree. Agreed. Cheese agrees. An agreement of cheese. Oh, yo, Chase. We thought you were dead. Cheese started wondering if you went back to your own planet. Also, feel free to skip the Glacier Serpent. That was literally just a throwaway, super quick done. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna skip it then. But yeah, this is great. See, just make it a little, making it a little thicker, and yeah, the shading is kind of bad now. Probably need to fix the shading a little bit. But yeah, this is great. Great job. So let me save it. I'm gonna give this to you if you want the paint overs, if you care. Yes, you thought you were here before. This one was the Star Flare, and this was, oh, I forgot the names. See, I have a bad memory for names. So let's do Star Flare. This is awesome. The only real thing that I would add, I would leave everything as it is. Personally, I would just add more particles. So probably overlay. Let's see, or linear dodge, color dodge. Just adding more particles. Like random little things. Not overlay. I said color dodge, man. I said color dodge. Like random particles that are flying. Just to add a little more of a, even here, like a repetition, basically, to the piece. Oh, yo, Alex. How's it going? Yeah, I didn't make this. This is a Free for Fire's piece. Again, just really, this is awesome. I love this one so much. This is my favorite of the batch. So just add more flare. Stuff that's falling together. Like, if anything, go, like, run with it. Add more. And look at how much better it looks already. You don't need to add much. It's just that. Just that. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, something like this, and then, flares. Even on the wings, maybe just a little bit. It's burning or something. Oops. But it's great. It's really awesome. So, yeah, this is it for this one. I wouldn't really add anything else. Honestly, personally. Cheese, what do you think? Just keep the blue. I like the blue. I like this one so much. Man, this is really cool. I feel like there might be a little bit of an empty space here. So just a little bit. You might want to reduce just the tiniest bit. Tiniest bit, something like this, maybe. Even not, like, I don't know. It's already pretty good. So I think adding more would risk making it too busy. Yeah, something like this. But I think that this isn't the right amount. It feels like a card illustration. And you feel like the speed, right? Also because it's like bringing some particles when it's falling from the stars. Right, I think, I would say. Probably. So something like this. In my opinion. Just my O2. But everything else is cool. See, you don't know an atom. You add an atom here, so that's good. Everything else is good, really. So good job on this. Great job, actually. I'm jealous of your rendering skills. I honestly am. I can't render this much. All right, we are onto the last one. This was, what was it? Luminous Dragon? This is my favorite. No. Yes. This and the Starflare are my favorites. I like all of them, but these two are great. This is probably Luminous. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, Luminous. Okay. As I said in the Discord, I like the kind of Splinter Cell night vision goggles effect here. It's really cool. Just nitpicking now. Feel like the nose might be moved ever so slightly to the side. Maybe turned a little bit. Or stretched. Wish I had a liquify tool here. Just a little bit, something like that, versus what you had, see? Like it might be a little better. Everything else, let me see. I feel okay, perspective wise. We have several different perspectives here, I feel. Splinter Dragon. I really like the otherworldly qualities of this dragon with 3 eyes in the greens. This is awesome, really. So we got 2 teeth to do this. Then these do this. This does this. Then the eyes kind of go down, kind of like we have the nose. Yeah, I might have moved the nose a little. Probably. Something like that. So, I think just the teeth maybe throw it off a little bit, just a little bit, just these two. So maybe shorten one of them. And this might be too long as well, so maybe shorten this and maybe make this a little bit, which one is it? This one a little bit longer, but it also kind of doesn't create a conflict with the tongue. Yeah, perspective left to chat. You know my pieces. I know the feeling. I know the feeling really well. Trust me. Um, this I feel like it might be so. If I do a bit of a wireframing here, I feel like this eye might be a little bit off. But this is what happens here. I want to move this. Maybe even flip it horizontally. Move it here. Maybe. Just maybe. And then keep painting over. Something like that probably. To make it match a little better. Like even this eye could be adjusted ever so slightly. But it's good. It looks like an alien. It's so cool. I don't think I would change anything else. Composition wise, this is great. Composition wise, this is great. This is the best one in terms of composition, I would say. I don't think I would change anything else about this. Again, it's really nitpicking because this is really good. This is really good, actually. Let me check the values. I actually have to put in some effort here to say something that's no, values are good. Values are really good. I would just keep it as it is. This one is a sleeper hit. Yeah, it's look at this. This is so cool. I like how you render. You have a slur today. A slur. I like how you render the glow. Overall, the fact that it really looks like it's glowing. That. Again, as I said before, I am jealous of your rendering skills. Okay, last nitpick. You might want to darken ever so slightly this side. I know there's a bit of glow, but it would probably help feeling a little more of the third dimension. Just enough, maybe too much like that. It's like minimal really, not much. Adding a little bit of a sort of a core shadow. I like the skin textures in this one. I wonder how they're made. We need a tutorial, Mr. Ben. A tutorial. Yeah, this one's probably my favorite out of the bunch. You should put this on your ArtStation or something. This is really good. You should have a portfolio. Like if you clean up some of those that you said you just sketched in, these are valid pieces for a portfolio, I think. I like this one so much. Really inspirational. Yes, just a little bit. Just a little bit so it feels a little more thick. And that's it. Nothing else to say. Good job. Great job. I am surprised someone did so many. I was unexpecting it. So, okay. Crap. I see. I knew there was something I forgot to do at the end. Actually, plan to darken that side and I forgot. Okay. Makes sense. Did you say thick? I said thick. Yes, thick. So, now, don't say this. I'm going to close Photoshop. Close this. Okay. I'm going to continue with the Crimson Dragon. Oh my goodness. So where's my Crimson Dragon? Projects. Is it RPG Monsters? Yes, Crimson Dragon. All right. So this is mine. Since we did dragons so far, I figured I could probably Did I record this? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, so I was trying to work on the silhouette a little bit, but I kind of like where it is already. There is a bit of a problem here with the wing that's far, like they're basically becoming one thing with the head shape. I might move the head a little further in front to the dragon. You see, if I do that, it kind of melts into it. Where's my? That's one below. I already start changing this a little bit. I don't want blue. It doesn't read that bad. If I can fix that, I could fix that. Probably. Let's see. No, let's just move the head. I do have other versions of this. These. The cheese helped me discriminate. So the wing was actually up there before, and then I had to move it. Well, and then I moved the head actually, so that I have to move it now. Let's see. Nope. This. If I move, and I don't want it to go too far. Honestly, I'll never discriminate. No, never. Maybe make the wings a tiny bit bigger. They seem a bit small for the rest of the body. Might just be the perspective though. Yeah, the body is this. So the head is actually closer. I pushed the size of the head so that it would feel closer. I don't know if it does yet. But if you see the previous ones, see the size of the head is actually that. And they're a little small. Maybe they're not very large. I still like this. I might push the size of the wings a little bit. The point is that I have to fit a sort of a square. So it's complicated because it's already pretty vertical. I don't know if I like that. No, I don't like this actually. What if I take this? It's the same as that, right? Oh, okay. Excuse me. I did make the teeth larger in this. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I wait for life. Sure. Emperor of Cheese is drunk. What if I do make the wing bigger and weirder? Oh, no one's so sleepy today. I did sleep. Not only I slept, I also did an SDR. I was a bit tired from the gym. Maybe it's that. Maybe just tired from. Nah, I don't like this. I don't know who that is, Shania Twain, or what that is. I have no idea. No idea. Maybe moving it a little bit like that would help. Although these feel like two hands. I have to differentiate the hands and feet a little. Shania. Whatever. What kind of a name is that? Who chose that name? They should be arrested. I've never heard that person. if it is a person indeed, or whatever that is. Don't disrespect Canadian hearers. Never heard of her, I assume either. We are assuming it's a woman. Correct us if it is not. Canada has never treated you bad, right? Never. Never. I don't think I want to change this too much. I kind of like it. Maybe I can kind of like this kind of Broken Dead effect. It's not bad, but it would. Granted, I know hardly any slabs at all. I'm the same. Me too, so. No, I don't want that. No, I don't think I want that. I don't think so. I think if I just move the wing a little farther back, or even change the shape of the wing. That's the previous dragon now. Pretty big in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, early 20s. Never heard. Okay, maybe. So it is strange it does something like that. I'm gonna keep the wings small. Otherwise I have to do the same thing I did last time. Or maybe this. When is it would it would end up here. She was hi Palo. I've made a new dragon, and since I changed my drawing technique, I'd enjoy if you could check it on Discord or Twitter later. Sure. Well, we're talking about dragons. I can check it now, I guess. I can check it now. Oh. Yes. Okay, let me copy this. This is not technically Smaugust, but it's fine. We did dragons a while ago. What's this? I think this is pretty cool. I think it's still a values issue. I think the main issue is still values. There is too much competing value here. Too much competing stuff. So it's the same thing I said before. Like I can see there are some main areas, but this crevice in the middle, too much. So try to shoot for something that's like a main form first. Always main form first. Like something like darken this. It's gonna be lighter, darker. This is probably darker here. But the whole thing is probably darker because it goes back. One trick that you can use is something like Frank Frazetta did. So if you draw a leg, let's pretend it's a human-ish leg, and it's going backwards. Like it's going back like this, and then you got a foot. If it's something like this, you do the lower leg in shadow. So this is the same. Do it in shadow. It's gonna look like it recedes. Getting some 80s D&D vibes with this one. Yeah, exaggerated on details, and I forgot the overall values. Yes, always, always, always keep your values in check. Always. So it's just the values, in my opinion. Nothing else. Okay, there are some things that you might do better. Like you can probably like make this arm a little more bent instead of straight. But it's fine. That just fixing the values would help a lot. So maybe give it a little bit of a curve. This is fine. Everything else I think is fine. Just handling those values would make this like change a lot. Dragon's face was my face when I was doing kids tasks earlier. uh yeah, just fixing the values is gonna make this skyrocket in my opinion. So yeah, just the values. Oops. Right, let's go back to this. Let me know if you need to know, you want to know more about it. Of course. Start recording. So I do like these extra things I gave. What did I do? Where is it? Yes. But it's really cool, Matthews. I like your style. Also, am I right understanding you are a Yu-Gi-Oh pro? Because I've seen your posts or, well, basically, yeah, some of your tweets. I can tell you know a lot. I don't. I have been considering though doing some redesigns of Yu-Gi-Oh cards with very bad design on stream, like I did once. Let's see how it fares. These wings make no sense, but I kind of like them. I realize that there's no real sense in these. I think that they're ridiculous wings. Yeah, trap hole. I kind of like them, even if they're strange. Even if they are strange, I like them. Though I would probably, yeah, right, I got rid of that, which is a problem. I do want to see some of the back side here, so I started doing Yu-Gi-Oh fan art and custom cards, but now I draw anything and just follow Yu-Gi-Oh content on Twitter. I see. Because I feel like you know a lot about mechanics and stuff like that of the game. Oh. Do you play? I forgot you. I probably asked you already. Do you play uh, Master Duel? Master Duel. This might be getting a little too complicated. I do like it though. It's weird. It's makes no sense, but I like it. It's more unique. This is brutally brutal. 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 You're a Yu-Gi-Oh nerd. Oh, you should play with Chase then. He demolished me when we played because I don't like combos. I want to when I play a game I want to play it. So I don't like to watch the other person just do its own thing. So I want this to be spiky. By the way, I did not pull my reference. Dragons. Dragon. Stick dragon. Choo-choos. Choo-choos. I kind of like this, honestly. I even like it more than that. I do like the feeling of this. It's like very compact. I realize again, it doesn't make any sense wing wise. Kind of like it's ludicrous. Like the Silhouette is ludicrous. It makes very little sense. What if I give it extremely long arms? Differentiate. Maybe I can give it long limbs in general. Yeah. Looks like a teenager dragon. Rule of cool, sometimes senseless is the way to go. For me, it's most of the time. Most of the time, it is. Now, I don't know if I want to go with the one that is, oh, yes, object, of course. I don't know if I want to go with the one with the wings up, or well, the spikes up, or the one with the spikes down. Let me silhouette them out. Oh, excuse me, let's see what I can do. I'm gonna take this same as the other anyway. So, okay, something like this. So let's get rid of this. See, books. Matthews, is there any card you really hate the design of? For me, it was Trap Hole. I could not suffer Trap Hole. Anytime I saw Trap Hole, I took a gun and I wanted to shoot myself in the head. So, yeah, or not. I know there are many that are not very good design wise. The Trap Hole is bad. Spikes down has a bit of a tangent with the mouth. A little bit here, yeah. And wings, but I think it can be fixed with coloring lighting. Yeah, I would add a little bit of an atmosphere there. But that is one. This is with there are many cards I hate in that game, but on top of the list, any card that says negate. No, I mean design wise. Yeah, I understand the frustration of negate. Just design wise. For me, Trap Hole is just a design issue. Most of my issues are design wise. In general, with everything. Even with anime and whatnot. Okay. Um, I might go for. There's still a bit of a tangent. Like the shape of the mouth is not that clear, but kind of. You got the teeth, like the bigger teeth. I'm probably gonna go with the one on the right. What do you guys say? A or B? Left or right? I like the right one. I like the right one. I can see. I can see the continuation of the tail better. Honestly. Honestly. I think I want to go with this. B. Okay. 2 votes for B. It's also my favorite. Oh. I think the silhouette is pretty good as it is. I wouldn't change it. Yeah, I just need to make the teeth longer. Longer teeth. Jam. B it is. Thanks everybody for your invaluable feedback. I do want to make the teeth. All right, everything else is wood. Pretty good. So Let's duplicate this, get rid of everything else. Let's go. Let's start detailing this thing. Get a little larger. I like it. I like this. It's a little different than the sketch. Let me pull the sketch. That was a sketch. It was much more conservative. I decided to open the mouth a little more. Just a little better like that. A little more aggressive. It gets its name from the fact that it's a very bloody. Yes. Otherwise, there's no reason for it being crimson. Cool. Do I want to do full size? No. Not yet. Probably not yet. How big is this? Go. It's already pretty large. But I can go larger still. I'm gonna clean this up first. So I'm going to say it again. On Wednesday, I'm not going to stream publicly, but we will have a Magma Studio session on Discord. So we should be able to all join by voice if you guys want. Just going to hang out and have fun for a couple hours or something. Whenever you want to go, you can go. Come and go as you please. And yeah, it's going to be Magma Studio. So wasn't there also a Blood Dragon on the list? Yes, there is. I don't know if I want this to be bloody, but this is really aggressive anyway. So it sure sheds blood. The other kind of drinks blood. In my rendition, it's more of a demon than a dragon. So there is that. Magma Madness Mayhem with Nemo and friends tomorrow. No, it's not tomorrow. Today is... No, it's Wednesday. No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, not Tuesday. Sorry. On Wednesday. I'm not going to stream on Wednesday. On Wednesday, day 6. I'm not going to stream here. It's going to be on Discord. So we're all going to talk on Discord. If you guys feel like joining the voice, by all means. We're going to be in the public voice channel. So, and if anyone's listening, feel free to join our Discord. If anyone is not on Discord yet, I'm gonna copy paste it to YouTube. This is the Discord. Feel free to join. And yeah, we're gonna have the community session. Also, I'm thinking we might have a movie night or something every now and then. But night is going to be extremely relative because I'm going to Japan, so night for me is going to be morning for you. So we'll see how that works out. Or afternoon. So from October onwards, when I'm able to stream, I don't know what time I'll be able to stream. Or I don't know what days I'll be able to stream. But it's probably going to be around 2 p.m. CET. 2 or 3, depending on when daylight saving stops and we go back to winter time. Because Japan doesn't have it. Yeah, we can watch something like old kaiju movies or something like that. It'd be fun. I don't know if that's legal or not, but it's not going to be public anyway. So it'll be fun. That should be fine. Also fun. Fine. Hopefully I don't get fined. Pirated movie nights. That's not what I said. I have a lot of platforms, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find someone at least something on at least one of them. At least one. At least. At least one. Don't put the schedule before you get there. Oh no, because I can't. I can't anyway. Even if when I'm there, I can't make a schedule because I don't know when I can stream and when I can't. Like if one of my kids is awake and makes a lot of noise, I can't stream. Or both. How about rated R underground horror movies? No. Let's see how unhealthy I can get my sleep schedule to be, and if I can still catch the streams then. Um, no, it's 2 p.m., not 2 a.m. It's gonna be 2 p.m., not 2 a.m. But I don't know, maybe you already wake up in the afternoon, so that's why you say that. I don't know. Is that why you say that? Do you wake up in the afternoon? Sorry, I might be saying something stupid today because I'm slurring a lot. I promise I didn't drink because I don't drink. I am, I guess, sleepier than usual. Yeah, I realize it's a very inconvenient time. I don't think I can do it at any other, honestly, unfortunately. Kids are unpredictable, especially mine, because they completely lack discipline. Not because of me, because of their Japanese relatives. So, oh, by the way, my son has named one of the monsters uh, that I'm turning into cards. The sticky eye. You remember that? The like beholder monster that I published some time ago. The like eyeballs, sticky eyeballs thing. He gave the card a name in Japanese. So the name in Japanese is by my son. And I suddenly wake up whenever my brain or bladder decides. And once I'm up, that's it. Okay. That sucks. No, I go to sleep always at the same time, and I always get up at the same time, exactly the same time. So, Nemo drank a kombucha. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Is it something with like vegetables or something like that? I heard the name before, but I'm not kidding when I'm saying I don't drink. I don't drink. So, if you mention drink names or something, I don't know. There are many jokes I could make about what. You will refrain. Still sleeping. Maybe you also managed to get a contact high from your neighbor. Contact high. No. I've got a battle high. Okay, it's got some glands here for some reason. I don't know why I drew that, but I like it, so I'm going to leave it. It's got some sort of gland. There's a very small amount of alcohol from the fermentation. I see. I will still not drink it, I guess. I make it a point at this point to not drink any alcohol at all. So you might think I'm weird, and you would be right. I am very. Huh. What do I want to do with this? I want to keep kind of. I'm gonna keep the fact that it's got. It's kind of a. It's sort of a bony structure. Something like this, and then the eye kind of opens up like this. And it's got a fleshy part, and then this is bone. Whatever else is around it. Where was the neck? It's not this, right? It's too small. Well, it's almost nothing, but poor Nemo would get buzzed, probably. I drink a teaspoon, I'm drunk. It might be. I do not like this at all. It's a matter of principle at this point for me. Never drank a single sip, don't need that shit in me. I have to agree. I need my brain to work efficiently, so no alcohol for me. Well, I can explain why actually. There is a reason. Um, it's kind of personal, but it's fine. So when I was a kid, also kind of a kid, but I was like 12, 13. Don't worry, I don't drink alcohol either. It ages. Yes, you do. You did get drunk once. I never got drunk ever, ever. It ages you fast and bad for the skin and a lot of other things. A lot. So I was a kid, and I was say like 12, 13, something like that. So a young teenager, and everyone, like literally every single schoolmate of mine, or almost, I would say, yeah, most of them, would drink. And I was not interested because I just didn't like the taste. And I was not simply interested at the beginning. And then I saw what happened to them and the stories they told, like, oh man, I got so drunk, I threw up my soul. They had to take me out on a stretcher and the ambulance came and I spent 2 days in the hospital. Like, why do you have to do that? I guess my logical mind could not understand that. And so knowing that it's got some kind of bad effect, I was like, okay, I'm going to refrain. Then also to add to that, most of them, like I did not like them as people. So I associated that to things I do not like and people I do not like when I was in school. And so I was like, that's another good reason not to do that. I'm not going to be like these people, so I'm not going to do it. I know it sounds kind of, pretentious, I guess, or like, how do you say, bragging, like, oh, I'm so holy. No, it's just that I didn't like them. I didn't want to be like them, so I didn't do the things they did. And this continued basically just seeing what kind of effect and what it led to. Like I had a schoolmate. No, I do not. That was a long time ago, mister. That was not so long time ago, man. And a schoolmate, a girl, she had a boyfriend, but she cheated on him after she got drunk at a school party. I was not there. With another schoolmate of mine, by the way. So I'm like, well, if this is the effect it has, like, all the better if I don't drink. Like, I don't want to lose my mind. I don't want to lose control. I do everything I can in my life to gain more control over myself. Like, why would I want to lose control? It seems counterintuitive to me, so I'm not going to do it. And that's it. And that's, what basically I have now. Never understood being proud of getting drunk. Same. I do meditation. I've done meditation for a long time at intervals. Like sometimes I don't, but on average, I tend to work on myself so that I can be the best person I can possibly be. And drinking is kind of the opposite of that, so I don't do it. I feel like that would be diminishing me rather than enriching me. I don't believe in people who say, "Oh, just a glass of wine is gonna make you better or it's gonna make your blood pressure." But like, I don't believe that shit. I've read countless papers and I've seen countless documentaries about the actual effects on alcohol on the cells and on the liver. And so, no, I don't believe that. I know that's crap. That's bull crap. I don't believe it. So, because I have this kind of insane will to strive to improve myself, I don't drink. So, yeah, the stories you hear about getting yes faced and puking to the point of calling an ambulance and giving you charcoal pills. Why do you do that to yourself? I don't know. I don't know. You can't put the alcohol on that. That's her fault, not the drinks though. Yeah, but I don't think she would have done that if she didn't drink. I can. You can blame the alcohol. The alcohol like releases all of the inhibitions you have. unless she was pinned down at frontal. I don't know. It just maybe she had that kind of behavior. It just I don't. I think alcohol brings out the worst in people, from what I've seen. So, and I know whoever drinks does not agree with me, but it's bad for health. I'm not gonna change my mind on this. It's just so obvious. I'm terrified of not being in full control of myself to the point that I don't even like taking weak painkillers that cause they take away some of your senses. Right. Kevin says, I don't drink either. Good job. All healthy people here. Yeah, I don't want to, like, you hear stories about, oh, I got so drunk I did not remember what I did yesterday. I don't think that is good. I want to remember everything. I hate actually not remembering things. So, no, you can't. I disagree. You made a choice knowing full well you could lose control. And, oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not discounting her responsibility at all. I think she was an awful person for doing that. So I had the same experience. Oh wait, every drunk person was sober and in control once, so I've never really took the I was drunk as an excuse. Right. I had the same experience. Seeing the people I don't like drinking made me avoid it. Yeah, same. Alcohol benefits are like it does this and that, and when you look more into the benefic parts have to do with everything in the beverage besides the alcohol. Yeah, pretty much. Like the fact that wine improves circulation, which is true, has to do with flavonoids, not with alcohol. So alcohol does nothing good. Alcohol is basically toxic. That's why you say intoxicated. Alcohol is both fat soluble and water soluble, so it penetrates the cell membrane very easily, and it destroys everything in the liver. So, no thanks. I already had enough like health issues on my own to want more. So they actually asked me like several times, like, "Oh, but do you drink or something? Do you smoke?" Like, no. Oh, that's how you are. Yes. So I get sick a lot in Japan, not because I drink. Imagine that. Imagine if I drank. Maybe with the exception of some heavily depressed or mentally ill people. Yeah, sometimes you need something. Or you need painkillers if you are in extreme pain, but still. Still. I took painkillers, but they were not numbing. I took painkillers for extremely bad toothache I could not really stand. But they did not numb my senses too much. So exercise improves circulation too. That's right. And I don't buy into the oh well, if I don't drink at least a beer or something, I cannot let go, of my inhibitions. I don't buy into that. Like I can do that as long as I get upset. Just get me upset, and I will say anything and everything to anyone, even to the Pope or President of the world. I don't need to be drunk. I just need to be upset to be, to say anything extremely not politically correct. And the fact that you cannot have fun, like how they say in Japan, there is this thing like, oh, I cannot have fun if I don't get drunk. That's a choice. I get that some people are very not easygoing, but I don't think you need alcohol. You need to work on yourself, if anything. If you want to be more easygoing, do not hack it by drinking. Just work on yourself and maybe do some CBT or something if you're depressed, and learn to deal with people. That's a better way to cope with it or to handle it than drinking. I know a lot of people are gonna unsubscribe at this point, but I don't mind. I stand by what I said. I really don't think it's a good idea to drink. Again, that got me basically rejected from all of the friends that I had before in at the elementary school, because once they started drinking, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna come. They also started smoking and stuff like that. I didn't do that either. And so I got I got completely rejected. by those groups, which is fine because I don't care. Like I don't want to be with people I don't share activities with or principles or stuff. Nowadays it's different. Like a person who smokes at this age is like whatever. It's but doing it as a kid, like 11-year-old kids that smoke, that's bad. I hope my kids never pick up smoking. It's a really horrible habit. I agree 100%. So I can keep myself. I'm happy to hear that. Um, I think so. We only have one life to live anyway. So why? And one body, probably, as far as I know, as far as I can tell so far. I'll let you know if I die and come back as another person. I'll try to reach out. But as far as I know for now, I only have this. I'm probably gonna try to treat it as best as I can, even if it's not the best. It's limited. It's skinny. Maybe it's weak sometimes. I get sick, but I'm gonna try to do my best to improve upon what I have, not just destroy it. To have fun. There's a difference with choosing not to drink and guilt tripping them because they drink or don't drink. Like the saying goes, "Don't leave angry, just leave." I'm not guilt tripping. I just don't think it's a good choice. So why would I do it? I do not like to hang out with people that get drunk. And when I was a kid, I mean, yeah, I did not like. So if like we went out to play, say at 11 years old, you can still go out and play. Like that would just go hiding somewhere to smoke, and I would just like, well, what should I do? I just go home because I'm not interested. So why would I hang out with people I do not enjoy? It's not snubbing. It's just I don't like that. So I'm gonna do something I like. I think it's better. Not guilting anybody. My very good friend here I visited the other day. He drinks and also smokes a little bit, but not much. But I don't care. Like that's his decision. He also knows it's not good. But he picked it up. He picked it up when he was younger. Uh, Smoking, also drinking. He doesn't drink that much actually, and so I don't care. Like he's a good friend of mine. That's his choice. He's an adult person. Uh, but I did not enjoy that as kids. So, I mean, in general, I do the same. If I don't find a common ground with someone by their behavior, drugs, or reckless character, I leave and go somewhere else. Well, that's what everyone does. Basically, you got to find your niche, I guess. I don't know. You're gonna find a group of people or just one, whatever, a person who you are comfortable staying with, right? Spending time with friends or romantic relationships, anything. As long as the worst thing they do does not bother you, that's fine. It's looking good. Like it's different enough from the others. I guess. Okay, it might be looking too much like a Western dragon. Those big teeth. Maybe I should add a horn or something. We'll see later. I do think there is something here to be. You're lucky you have me. I'm not gonna drink kombucha. And I'm not gonna do yoga because I go to the gym already. Like spooky stuff and have positive energy. You can cry now. No. You are a terrible influence, Emperor of Cheese. In fact, I am good despite being your friend. How awesome is that? How difficult that is. Imagine pulling it off. I need a medal or something. A Medal of Honor. Do they still make Medal of Honor? Or was it just completely annihilated by Call of Duty? If cheese is bad, what am I? Batter? Batter. Maybe I do want the. I would want this to be like this. Yeah, why not? Gonna be a medal of cheese. How rude. I'm 100% good. I read useless instead of unless. Unless I decide to be evil sometimes. I also decide to be nasty sometimes. Not evil, maybe, but nasty, yeah. More batter. Yeah, more batter. If cheese is bad, you get food poisoning. Your butter. That's actually pretty good, Matthews. I like it. But yes, that's for everybody who drinks or smokes. I'm looking at you, Chase. Uh, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And that's it for today's scolding. I'm the oldest one here. I have to take care of all of you. I'm like a grandpa at this point. Poor me. Okay. I'm talking like a grandpa for sure. Even if my voice sounds like I'm like Goku, Kid Goku. I am like a someone turned me into a kid again, even if I'm like 85. So I don't know if I like this protuberance on the crest, head crest. I don't know if I like it. Anyways, I think we're gonna stop here. It's 11. I like where this is going. Might need some modifications. I don't like this. I'm gonna get rid of it. So, everyone, thank you very much for the pleasant evening or afternoon for you, I guess. That was fun. Thanks everybody again for sending your drawings for the Smaugust challenge. I really loved looking at them and painting over them. It was fun, and I would like to see you in the next challenge too. I think I'm gonna cook up something for October. Again, I don't know if I'll be able to join that one, but maybe it's gotta be something spooky. Not one, maybe one monster per week or something, or just one, probably. So we'll see. All right, we're not gonna raid. I'm just gonna go because I'm sleepy, and I will just talk to you tomorrow. Take care.